Hi guys, it's Eugene Garvin here from Euvirail. So it's a while since you've heard my voice. You probably haven't seen me before because I haven't done to camera work. But I just wanted to give a quick update, as I kind of promised in some of the comments, on what's been happening, I guess. Back in March, I lost my late mother. I had been a full-time carer for the last couple of years, and she passed away in the middle of March from pancreatic cancer. Which, as you probably know, is pretty swift when it comes. So that was probably not on the agenda at the time. I hadn't thought that something like that would hit. It hit very, very quickly, and things moved very, very quickly. And if you're familiar with that, you'll know that too well. So I've been kind of working through that. Obviously, losing a parent is one thing, but when you are in a caring role, if any of you have been, that's quite intensive. It's a full-time job. It dominates your day to a large extent. Obviously, I'd been doing the videos at the same time, so it kind of threw me, I guess, in terms of my normal routine and getting over that. So I'm good. I'm okay. I miss my mum terribly, obviously, and that'll take a while. But I'm in good shape, and it's allowed me to do some other things, and I guess that haven't involved the channel. I had been involved prior to my mum's passing with a number of parent and teacher groups in Ireland because we're having problems with our education system, which most countries in the Western world are having at the moment, with some of the stuff that's been brought into the classrooms courtesy of the United Nations. And so I had been involved in that. And I'll continue with that in terms of providing support, but that's totally separate to what I'm doing on the channel. So don't worry, I won't be bringing that into the channel. But it's just something that's close to my heart, and it's a point of distress for the teachers and parents who are involved in it. And I think I need to help them out on it. So that's that. So I guess I'm looking to get back into doing some videos. I have a huge backlog of locomotives and rolling stock, just piled up literally, because I had stuff on order, on pre-order, etc., and it just kept coming through over the last few months. And I have a few more orders coming in. Euvirail have a class 60 on its way to me, and there's a class 89 coming, as you know, if you've been tracking that. Great models, and as I say, a whole raft of other stuff that I had purchased previously, and I need to start working my way through that. I'll probably take some of the Euvirail models I have now, because of a class 50 as well I want to go through, and I'll probably focus on those, and when the 60 lands and the 89, and then I'll work my way back through a lot of the other models. There's a lot of HSTs, for example, that I had invested in, and the rolling stock to go with them. And I'm really keen to see them on the track. That's the reason I got them, because I was very interested in them. So I'd be looking forward to getting those models out onto the track. I do have some work happening in the layout room, because upgrading the windows in the house here, and that's happening actually next week. So I won't be doing anything serious next week. I'll probably just do some of the unboxing and stuff like that maybe next week, and then get the running sessions then once the builders are out. So and as I say, I have a lot to go through. There's a lot of material to back in my backlog, and it's probably going to take me a number of months to get through it, to be honest, because it's just the sheer volume of locomotives and wagons and coaches and stuff that I have. So I'll just work my way through that pretty well along the lines of the videos I've done in the past, the typical running sessions, and the review process that I have. I'll kind of follow that mostly faithfully. I won't be changing that right now. I do have plans, and I have had plans for a couple of years now to get a larger site for the layout, and in the attic, actually, basically. So there's attic work I planned for next year, and I need to work with an architect on that. I have it in my head what I want to do, and I guess I just have to work that through in terms of what we can do with the current attic, etc., and all of that, and get all that costed and builders and all that kind of stuff organized. Hoping that we might be able to get that done the middle of next year, and then there'll be a whole project regarding moving the layout to an expanded layout, basically. And one of my objectives for that, I've kind of two main objectives with it. One is that the layout will be built to facilitate the photography that I like to do for the running sessions. That's kind of important, the certain angles that you have, etc. And the backdrops that we'd have as part of that. So that's something I would be designing into it from day one. And I also want to be able to run, some pretty decent running sessions with 3 or 4 trains running at the same time, something I don't do at the moment. And I know people have asked for that, to run a kind of a themed running session. It could be Great Western Railways, Era 11, or it could be the East Coast, or it could be Irish Railways if I'm doing something with those. And being able to have, 3 or 4 or 5 even representative trains running around the layout at the same time. I think that would be really good and really interesting, and would just add to the whole experience. And again, that plays into the whole thing of the camera angles and being able to get the photography right and optimal for that, and the lighting and everything. So that'll be next year's project. And what I'll probably do as part of that is actually I'll probably do a retrospective on the current layout, because I know people have asked me about it before, and bring people through the process of that particular layout and what I was trying to do with it and what it ended up with, and then the process for the new one. And particularly once I've got an idea of the scale that I can achieve, and design around that, then there'll be a number of months of transitioning from the current layout to the new one. And I guess I'll be able to bring people along that journey with me, which would be interesting, and kind of look forward to that. So that'll be quite a change. So I want to thank anybody who's left me messages in the comments, or sent me messages on email or anything like that. So appreciate your thoughts, over the last few months. And I'll say I'm good. Things are just different. I've had to obviously make some adjustments, but I'm in good shape, and keen to get the trains running again on the layout, and get some good footage and get some good reviews underway, and then start seeing what I'm going to do next year, as I said, with the new layout, because I may change a few things around with that, because it will open up some opportunities for me that perhaps I'm a bit restricted now, because the layout's quite small as I have it right now. It looks bigger, but it is quite small. So when I do the run through it, you'll kind of see that. So that'll be next year. So as I say, thanks everybody. We'll hopefully get the first video out before, the first updated review or our running session out before the end of this month. And then I'll kind of crank through my backlog through September through to the end of the year. And I'll do a kind of an end of year, as I have done before. I'll certainly have enough done at that stage to be able to do that, particularly with the new models that have been coming through. So we'll kind of get back into a more normal rhythm at that stage. So I just want to give you this update. Thanks for joining. And as I say, we'll hopefully see you on a video before the end of the month. And then we'll get back into some reviews after that, and a little bit more of a rhythm, though. I'd certainly be probably October, November, I would expect I'd be cranking out quite a few videos in that time frame to get through the backlog pretty quickly before we get into the Christmas season. Okay, so thanks everyone, and we'll see you on that next video, hopefully. And I say in the meantime, happy modelling. Okay, take care, guys.